The Nuggets just took a commanding 3-1 lead over the Heat and will have a chance to close out on their home floor. Leading all scorers in Game 4 was not Jokic, Butler, Murray, but Aaron Gordon, whose impact on both sides of the ball was felt all night. Throughout these playoffs, Gordon has averaged about 45 touches a game, but in this one that was marked all the way up to 65, and this is because he's a walking mismatch for just about everyone on the Heat. Caleb Martin's a lengthy athletic wing, but just not big enough to bother him, backing his way in close to the paint and stepping across the lane for a little one-legged runner. Denver's spacing certainly helps on these isolations. Porter clears the left side of the floor with Jokic just one pass away up top, meaning there really isn't much Miami's off-ball guys can do as he attacks a much smaller Gabe Vincent for 2 points plus the foul. Another way he was aggressive with the ball was in transition. When pushing the pace, he's such a dangerous athlete, and Love's just a touch late sliding in front of him for a blocking foul. Because he's so effective as a scorer in the open floor, he often demands added attention, pulling in the defense and leaving it for Porter, who steps around Butler for the finish. Off of a turnover, he initiates the break, and it's a 4-on-3 advantage. Robinson has to slide in front of his drive to stop the ball, leaving KCP all alone on the wing for a wide open jumper. Back in the half court, Denver also utilized him as a screener. He sets a hard pin down for Murray that forces Bam to contain the drive, and I think the intention here was a lob, but either way, once he catches the ball that close to the basket, it's pretty much guaranteed to be 2 points. Some of these plays came as an initiator, handing it off to Jamal. His own threat as a roller forces Love to retreat from the ball, giving Murray space to get downhill for a soft touch floater off the glass. This is an action they love running, with Jamal setting a back screen for a cutter that draws Martin to the paint, giving him room to go get that handoff and step right into a triple on the move. And the reason they're able to initiate these sets with Gordon is how much he's improved as both a passer and decision maker. Jokic sets a screen for Murray to cut to the basket, and Love sinks down to play the lane, creating a very small window of opportunity that requires some real high-level execution and results in an easy lay. This time he's off the ball as Jamal and Jokic get into their two-man game. That action clears space in the middle of the floor for him to cut into, pulling Love to the paint, which frees up an extra pass to Bruce Brown for a high-quality 3. Most of Gordon's time spent on offense is as a cutter or play finisher. Miami sends 2 to the ball, creating a 4-on-3 for Denver to attack, and when Jimmy rotates up to Jokic in the middle, that leaves the baseline unattended. KCP lobs it up top for the athletic finisher to bring home. Murray again draws 2 off a screen, and as soon as Jokic gets the ball, Gordon dives from the corner for an easy entry and draws a foul. This time Jokic has a huge mismatch with Vincent on him, while Gordon's camped out in the weak side dunker spot. As soon as Joker attacks, Love is forced to slide up and protect the rim, freeing up an easy lob over the top. He's so effective when hanging around the paint like this. Jokic's threat as a shooter draws 2 aggressive closeouts, leaving nobody down low as he catches and finishes in midair while facing the wrong direction. In these spots, he'll use his size to seal position in the post. Jokic places the entry where only he can get it, and with one power dribble, he's exploding off of 2 feet for a powerful dunk. That vertical leap also helps him clean up the offensive glass. Jimmy's forced to rotate off of him to contest a layup from Christian Braun, and with nobody to put a body on him, he's the first to the ball for a tip-in. Almost all of his offense comes in the paint, where he's truly one of the game's best interior finishers, but in this one he even had it going from outside. Because he's not typically a major threat to shoot, he's often sagged off of, almost dared to take him, and he really capitalized, hitting 3 of his 4 attempts from outside, and the only time he missed came from a tough off-the-dribble jumper at the end of the shot clock. When you add the 3-point shot to the rest of his offensive arsenal, you get some really elite production, pouring in 27 points on nearly 83% true shooting, and adding another 6 assists as the added touches allowed him to exercise his passing ability a bit more. In his 41 minutes of play, the Nuggets marked an incredible 131 offensive rating, just leaving the Heat with no answer. In that time, they also held their opponent to just a 95 offensive rating, and that defense is of course led by the versatile forward. He had a number of big help plays. Vincent's got a favorable switch on Jokic and blows by him on a closeout without much difficulty, but Gordon quickly slides down from the corner to take away a potential layup, instead conceding a corner 3 to Jimmy Butler. This time he's matched up with Bam Adebayo down low. Caleb Martin loses his man on a backdoor cut, only for Gordon to rotate and save another potential layup, resulting in a lower percentage floater from Bam. Here's another one where he's in the corner, serving as the low man as they defend the pick and roll. He tags Bam in the paint, and Jimmy uses that space to cut baseline, but with his agility and length, is still able to recover and take away the pass. That activity away from the ball helped him take away so many different threats. In transition, he's on the opposite wing, but as soon as Strus gets it, closes out real hard to get a hand up on the 3. Here he's matched up with Strus in the weak side corner, seamlessly picks up Bam as Jokic rotates down to protect the rim, almost steals a kickout pass while closing out extremely well, forcing an airball and shot clock violation. He was also really valuable as a man defender. Against Jimmy in isolation, he moves his feet really well to cut off a drive, and perfectly times up his contest to completely smother a mid-range jumper. His versatility is just off the charts, matched up with Duncan Robinson and chasing him around a handoff to run him off the line, while still sliding back in front of his driving lane to force him into a travel. Gordon would end this game a plus 29, outscoring the Heat by more than 36 points per 100 possessions with him on the floor. And these sort of indicators of impact aren't anything out of the ordinary. He's leading the entire playoffs at plus 179 for an average of plus 9.4 per game. Denver's just absolutely dominated in his minutes throughout this run, and are now just one win away from an NBA championship, in large part due to his play on both ends of the floor. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn my post notifications on to be first on more content. If you're interested in my more in-depth research, make sure to check out my website and social media profiles. You can find those links in the description. Feel free to let me know down in the comments what you think of Gordon and what your predictions are for the rest of the series. As always, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.